Alright guys, today we're back at one of my favorite places to go in the country, possibly the world. I haven't discovered a lot of things yet, but one of my favorite places to go anywhere. We are at the Petersen Automotive Museum, and we're here in time for their exhibit, the Porsche Effect, which we're not even inside yet, and they already have this pristine 1969 912. If you don't know what a 912 is, basically when they first came out with the 911s, they were having some issues figuring out the 6-cylinder. So they put the 4-cylinder from the 356 in the 911 body style, and they came out with this car. This car has been in the same person's name since it was bought in California for 47 years. This one's garage goals big time. It's not a fast car, but it's one of the best balanced, best handling Porsches. So that's first. Let's see what's inside. Alright guys, behind me, two super special Porsches. This one is a Porsche 910. In 1967, the Porsche 910 finished 1, 2, 3, and 4 at the 1,000-kilometer race at the Nürburgring with only 210 horsepower. And this car. This car is, I had no idea this was here, and I am excited because I'm not even inside yet, so check this out. This is the 1987 roof CTR Yellow Bird. This one is number 001. Now, in 1987, oh my god, I'm like literally kind of shaking at this car. This one in 1987 did 211 miles an hour and was named Car of the Year. I didn't even know they made this. This is a 1967 Toyota 2000 GT Roadster. Now the reason I didn't know they made this is because they made 2 for a James Bond movie, and that's it. Car next to me right now is the 1998 Nissan GT1 road version. Now, never thought I would see this car in person because they've made one. And this car is actually owned by Nissan Japan. So, really rare opportunity to actually see this car. Okay, if you've been into imports for a long time, you know this car. This is Steph Papadakis' 1998 Honda Civic that is the first front-wheel drive car to ever go faster than 9 seconds and a quarter mile. This car is amazing. Alright guys, so I finally made it to the Porsche Effect portion of the Petersen Automotive Museum. And sitting in front of me right now is the first ever production Porsche. It is a 356-2 from the facility in Gemund. Another crazy thing about this car, it's owned by Jeff Zwart, which I don't know if you know, he's won Pikes Peak multiple times in Porsches. So this car has a lot of history, and that's just the beginning. Wait till you see what else I'm looking at right now. Porsche first came out with the new body style, 1964. They called it the 901. Now this is a 901. Super rare, not very many of them around, because once Porsche put out the 901, Peugeot sued them saying that they had a copyright to car names with a 0 in the middle of a 3-digit number. So the 901 could not be a 901 because Peugeot owned that. So this got turned into a 911. That's a Porsche 959. This is a Carrera GT prototype. This car eventually ended up with a V10 Porsche motor, making over 500 horsepower, manual, rear-wheel drive, no driver aids. This car is made for a driver, and if you didn't respect it, it would bite you. Now this car, when it first came to the United States, an American importer decided that the American public would not like a numbered car. So when they first imported the 356, it was called the Continental, which, surprise, surprise, Ford had an issue with because they already had trademarked that name. Now, to fix that after they'd been sued, they changed it to the European, but then later changed it back to the 356. But this one is actually badged a Continental. They've got every Porsche race car. 356, 906. This one is the 917K. The arrow on the back of that one. 956. Look at that motor, twin turbo. Jeez. It's got quite a footprint. And then here's the 911 GT1. Porsche RS Spyder. They rounded off with a 919, the hybrid from 2015. This has just recently been retired from Le Mans racing. This car is dominant. 935 K3. Big old spoiler on the back. Here's something I didn't think Porsche had ever made. I knew they had gotten into some design for motors with Harley Davidson before, but I did not know they had made this. This is from the Porsche Design Studios. Now this bike normally lives there and is never seen outside of the Porsche Design Studio. So the fact that it's even here in LA is pretty crazy. Now again, I did the Porsche, or the Vault tour here at the Petersen, which was totally worth it. But unfortunately, they don't let you film anything down there, pictures, videos, nothing. So I wasn't able to show you any of that stuff, but I was able to get all the other stuff. So stay tuned. There's going to be more content from my weekend in LA, and if you like, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.